I'm Dustin.
I'm Molly.
And this is...
Reviews for Human.
Being Human.
Gosh, I have love-hate with the show. It's like, God, I hate this show. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
And then something will happen and she'll be like...
And then it's like, oh my God, there's Henry with no skin. That's pretty cool. Seriously, Aiden, you compelled them, or whatever you want to call glamored them, and now they're forgetting so quickly? That's so lame. You snapped their necks. Like, okay, so I'm Molly.
I'm just so proud that you paid attention tonight.
I did, you guys. I need to take, I should pay attention more often.
What happened tonight, my dear?
Well, Sally and the Reaper, or as I like to call him, Magician Phil. You know, he's all trying to get her to reap people, and she's having a hard time coming to terms with that, and she starts freaking out, and where's she at when Zoe's there?
At the support group meeting for...
Right, she goes to support group meeting and everybody's gone.
Dead.
And everybody's gone. Like, all the ghosts are dead, gone.
And Zoe's there and she's like,
why? What? What's happening? Who are you talking to? And Sally's yelling at the Reaper. Well, it turns out...
he ain't no Reaper. He doesn't even exist.
Fight Club ending.
Yeah, it's all been Sally this whole time.
So lame.
Because she crazy.
I mean, it was, except for in Fight Club, which in that case, it was very, very cool.
And I kind of got behind it because, like, this whole season, like, Josh and Aiden have been, like, running off doing their own things, and Sally's been, like, hanging out of the house, like, oh, it's okay, just, you know.
And 80s Rocker Ghost said in season 1, which they flash back to, ghosts can only hang around for so long having so much fun before they go crazy.
Yeah, and that's what's
so
happened.
She's gone crazy, and it's the Reaper and Sally and her ex-flame... Scott? We want to say Scott, the guy that drowns.
We're going to say Scott. They have this big confrontation where he's there, he's like, what's going on, Sally? And she's like, there's a Reaper! And he's like, there's no Reaper. And she's like, he's right behind you! And he's like, there's no one there. And he's right, there's no one there.
It's her. She's got his hand in him. And Aiden and Josh walk in the house, and they're like, don't, Sally, don't! She shreds him.
Yeah. So Aiden hits her with the iron,
because iron
poker.
Apparently is some sort of
and they
reaction.
trap her with salt on the staircase where she died originally.
Because she needs to remember who you are. I don't know what that's from, but I just made it up. I'm sure it's said in many a movie. Remember where you came from. Remember Hellboy.
Hellboy.
That's where I was thinking.
Also Hook. Josh
should only have one-night stands. I do not like him with girls.
Neither do I. Him and Julia are trying to become friends, but meanwhile, Stu, the ghost of the guy who was killed when Josh became a werewolf, shows at the hospital. And Josh is like, why are you here? And he's like, I was looking for you. And it turns out, no, he's been following Julia around for the last 3 years because he was always in love with her. And so then Josh tells Julia at a bar that they can never be together again, and they shake hands and they leave, but then Josh comes running back in like 5 minutes later. He's like, and then they have the bone-in.
And they get it on, and he's shirtless.
But it's really Stu.
But it's Stu! It's Stu, and Josh wakes up, and he's like,
oh? I was possessed! And so they fight, and then Josh tries to break it to Julia that it was a one-night stand, but I think that she's, like, not gonna accept that. Because he's like, I'm not coming back to bed. She's like, okay, well, I'll just crawl up on top of you.
She snuggles.
On the couch.
She snuggles.
Aww. But Josh, instead of being like, oh, was like, oh.
Kisses her. We're not gonna
do that. Meanwhile, in Aiden and Henry's story...
Henry has been flayed.
He has no skin.
No skin.
So Josh...
Which is, like, really cool. It's props to the effects people.
effects.
That was
on the
really
show.
good. He's very sticky and skinless, like no skin. It's awesome. It's pretty good. So Aiden's like, look after Henry, Sally, and she's like, I'm not looking after you, problem.
So Aiden goes out to get some chickies so that he can feed Henry.
That is women, not chickens.
No, that's ladies. Lady people. To
feed. And Aiden actually steps it up and becomes like a real vampire for a second, because he's like, let's face it, he's a crappy vampire. So he looks at them and he glamours them, or whatever they
compels them.
what do they call it in this show?
Yeah.
Anyway, glamours or hypnotizes them.
So they go up and they tell him.
And he says, and he is the most beautiful man you've ever seen, or something like that.
And they open the door and it's Henry, and he's sitting there and he's sitting there on the bed like Henry. So the rest of the episode for Aiden and Henry is spent in between flashbacks of when they first met back in World War One.
Yes.
World War One, and Henry like feeding on these ladies until the compulsion starts to wear off and they start freaking out because of all the blood. And Aiden tries to recompel them, but it doesn't work. So he snaps their necks.
Snaps their neck. Like another beloved character of mine from another show I watch.
Mm-hmm.
Vampire Diaries.
So Josh is arriving back at the house from his ill-gotten one-night stand right as Aiden is loading the dead bodies into a moving van, and he sees what happens, and they have this big fight where Josh is like, this is the one place that I'm allowed to not be blah, blah, blah. And then they walk in just in time to see Sally shred Scott. And realize, oh, maybe we should be paying attention to our other friend who we've been totally ignoring for the last 7
the
episodes.
ghost friend who can't talk to anybody else because she's ghost.
Freaking ghost. Yeah.
So that was the episode, guys.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened. So now it's time
for
Scene of the Week.
You have to get out of here. There's a Reaper. He's coming.
There's no Reaper. Why are you so crazy?
Yes, there is. Oh, no, he's right behind you.
Bink, bink. You've been reaped. Bah. And that was our Scene of the Week.
Hope you liked it.
We sure did. We haven't even made it. We don't even know what it is. So, I'm Dustin.
I'm Molly.
And this has been Reviews for Humans. Please watch our show again. We're really not this stupid.
No, we really are.
Oh.
Rah, 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 rah.